God, it's a bad idea to do vlogs in the morning. I look tired. Top of the morning to you laddies, my name is Jacksepticeye and I decided to make a vlog because some stuff keeps cropping up lately. Stuff that I've talked about before. I have done a vlog on change not that long ago. I think it was like last month when I was back in my cabin. I did a vlog on change and if my channel was changing or not, and since then the same stuff has still been cropping up. It's still been coming back in comments and people are still saying the same kind of stuff. So I thought I'd get my thoughts out on it again, because you guys know me. You guys know that if something is bugging me, if something gets inside my head, I kind of have to get it back out again, or it's just going to eat me up inside. I can't do what some other YouTubers do and ignore it or just not talk about it or like pretend they don't see it. I can't do that. If something gets into me, I have to get it out again because I'm just gonna die otherwise. But yeah, it is on the topic of change again, and first thing I want to say is that change is inevitable. That's just a fact of life. I know I've said it before that I'm not going to change. I'm going to stay the same person I've always been, and I do still believe that. Another part of me is thinking that change is inevitable. In every single person that ever existed, no matter who you are or what you do, change is going to happen. Big or small. I think like every 2 years, a person goes through like a transition period and they kind of change from who they were. A year isn't really long enough to judge it. It's like if you go back and you meet like your high school friends who you haven't seen in a while, or secondary school friends, for all you Irish people out there. Hi! If you go back and talk to them now, it's kind of like you've changed as a person and they've changed as people. But the way you always see it is that, oh no, they've changed. I haven't changed at all. It's always the other people who have changed. That's the way you always see it. But everyone changes. That's just a fact of life. No matter what you do, change is going to happen. The thing is whether you change for the better or the worse. It's not a thing of whether you're going to change or you're not going to change. That's just not the way it works. That's not the way the world works. It's not black or white like that. It's always a case of whether you're going to change for the better or the worse, or how you change as a person. And I think this is where the problem lies for a lot of YouTubers. A lot of YouTubers out there have been so accused. Actually, I think every YouTuber out there has been accused of changing after a while, and it's because it's perceived change. It's kind of viewers' perceived change versus viewers' expectations of that YouTuber. Fair enough, the YouTuber does change. Like I said, everybody changes, but you also change as people. The viewers also change. You can't expect a YouTuber to be the exact same from when they start to like 4 years down the line when they start or when they're still doing YouTube. That's just impossible. That's way too much pressure to put under someone. Even non-YouTubers, you can't expect a person to stay the same for that long. It's not going to happen. People do change a lot. So what viewers expect is kind of way too much from YouTubers. They perceive change more than what actually is there. They think people have changed more than they actually have. And that's sort of where the problem lies with me. Because I changed my environment, because physical change happened with me, a lot of people started to think other changes had happened. They see physical change and it kind of upsets them. It changes the routine and it's kind of like a shock saying, whoa, hold on a minute. That's not the same place he used to record in. And then they start going, wait, does he swear more now since he moved? Does he do this a bit more now that he moved? Is he an asshole now? People start seeing physical change and then they associate it with other changes that they've made up in their head. Now, I know not all people are like that. I know some people do have honest, valid criticisms, but most of what I've been seeing is people making up changes. They started saying, Jack, you were different back then. You're doing a lot more games that are the same as other YouTubers now. You used to do different games back then, and I didn't. That's something people have started to make up in their heads. People said that I did different games back then. No, I didn't. I did Grand Theft Auto 5 when it came out, when everybody else was doing Grand Theft Auto 5. I did Skate 3 when it was in the big boom. I've done Turbo Dismount. I've done Happy Wheels. I've done Eevee. I've done horror games. Everything I've done, somebody else has done before me, and more popular than I've done it. I haven't done anything unique on this channel. At least I don't think so. I don't think anything I've done is 100% original that I can claim credit for. So yeah, I'm not just defending myself with this stuff. I'm defending all YouTubers with this stuff because we've all been criticized for changing too much and then viewers getting pissed off with us because of that change. But you can't expect someone to do the exact same stuff non-stop, day after day for years. It's not fair. You guys have to cut us some slack. I can't do the same kind of games, the same kind of videos over and over and over again. I'm gonna get bored. I'm gonna stop doing this if that's the way things have to go. I can't just keep doing the same stuff that you guys have seen in the past. I grow as a person. I learn how to do things better. I learn how to do things just more comfortably. Just change is going to happen. I've also been accused of milking my popularity here on YouTube, and that hurts. That really does hurt, because that is the complete opposite of what I am. That is the complete opposite of how I run my channel. If I was here milking my popularity, I'd start doing Minecraft. I'd start doing Call of Duty. I'd still be doing Grand Theft Auto 5 and Skate 3. I would milk those tits dry. I've never milked anything in my life. Well, I milked a cow once when I was on like a pet farm when I was like 8. If I was here milking stuff just for popularity, I'd still be doing Skate 3. It was by far the most popular series on my channel, and I stopped it. Do you have any idea how hard it is to do something like that? Now, don't get me wrong. I am not against constructive criticism. I've been doing this for a while now, and I've always taken on board constructive criticism and tried to strengthen the channel by it. I've always tried to make it a part of me and make me a better person, a better YouTuber from taking on board constructive criticism. But the stuff I've been seeing lately is not constructive criticism. It's basically just whining. It's people saying, Jack, you've changed, and then not being able to give me a valid reason for why I've changed. That's not constructive criticism. That's just complaining. Also, you guys have to realize that us YouTubers, we're just people. You guys have started to put YouTubers on such a high pedestal, in such high regard, that you have stopped seeing them as people. You've started seeing them as entities, as celebrities, and you've stopped seeing them for what they are, or what they should be. And some YouTubers out there have let it all go to their heads, and they've stopped seeing themselves as people, that they're just some personality online for them to do whatever they want, or say whatever they want. But you just have to realize that we are people at the end of the day. I am just a guy in my room, making videos, playing games, and talking into a camera. That's all I am. I'm not something amazing. I'm not something that you should really revere or anything like that. So you guys have to realize that the stuff you say hurts. If I get negative feedback, you're not the only person saying it. That's another thing that people don't realize, that when you leave a comment, there's likely hundreds of other people who are saying the same stuff as you. When I get a comment from someone saying I'm gay, if it was just one comment, that would be fine. I could just brush that off. But I get like hundreds of comments a day from people saying I'm gay. And do you have any idea what it's like to read stuff like that? Do you have any idea what it's like to see like a lot of people saying that you change? Even though they don't have a valid reason for it, they just say you change because they just want to say it. Because they think that they're the only person who are saying it. Because they think they have some like possession, some ownership over you, and if you don't go back to the way you were, that they're just gonna leave. I'm not here begging for subscribers. I'm not here pandering to people. I'm just gonna be myself. If people don't like that, then leave. If people don't like who I am, then just go. I'm not here to beg for anyone to stay, but you guys have to realize that when negative stuff comes in, it hurts. And as humans, we put more emotional weight towards negative stuff. Yes, I do get a lot of stuff from people saying that I'm great, that I'm amazing, that I'm such a good YouTuber and all that, and that is fantastic. I do love reading that stuff, but it's the hateful comments that we, as humans, as just any individual ever, we put a lot more emotional weight into that. So when we see it, that means a lot more than like 10 good comments. You look at that and you're thinking, shit, have I changed as a person? And then you start seeing more people say it, and you start feeling shit about yourself, and no person is able to just brush that off. A lot of people out there make it seem like they do, but they don't. That stuff comes on board with you, it sticks with you, and you just can't avoid it. So just please be aware of the type of comments that you are leaving, the type of people that you are commenting to, the type of person that I am. I'm not some amazing person who is just able to take all of this criticism all day, every day, and just brush it off. I can't do that. I'm not that strong. And I guess that does it for this video. I'm not here to try and like say, I haven't changed. You guys have changed. Stop being mean to me. I'm not just discrediting everything you say. I do take a lot of this on board. Any of the ones who have said that I have changed and then they've given me a reason why I've changed, I've tried to come back to my roots on that kind of stuff. It's the people who have saying, Jack, you've changed. Really? Why have I changed? Could you please tell me? And then they're like, oh, you were different back then. And then they just start telling lies. That's the kind of stuff that I just can't listen to. That's just complaining. It's just whining. And it's not, it doesn't have an objective. It doesn't have a goal. I can't use that to better myself or better the channel. And I guess this video is just me venting. It is just me getting my thoughts out there, but that's what I feel like vlogs should be. It should be you guys getting an understanding for where I'm at as a person emotionally and where my thoughts are at, and just getting this stuff out there. I want to be honest with you guys. You guys are important people to me. You guys, I have a lot of respect for you guys. You guys are not idiots. I'm not just going to ignore everything you say and just not comment back or just listen to whatever you're saying. You guys are really important to me, and I want you guys to know where I feel, and I also want feedback from you guys on where you feel about the channel. I don't want you guys to just say, Jack, you haven't changed, you're awesome, you're amazing as always. I want honest, good criticism. I want honest, good feedback. I want people to really let me know how they feel and how they feel about the channel right now. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, punch that like button in the face like a boss! And high fives all around. Whoosh, whoosh. Thank you guys, and I will see all you dudes in the next video! My guy is like the very flamboyant version of what this is supposed to be. He's like, woo! We're doing a 100 meter sprint. He hops and skips and